As of starting this recording, it's 1:13 a.m. and we're going to do a Q&A. So I went onto my Instagram and asked everyone, and I also went on Snapchat, and then I asked a few of my close friends, just like people who I know follow me, to ask me questions because I feel like I've never really formally introduced myself to this channel, so we're going to be doing that today. So I have them in a few different places on my phone, so I'm going to have to get to them. And then I also didn't get a lot. Which isn't surprising to be honest with you, but I did get a decent amount, so I want to make sure that to everyone who, tried and actually commented that I can give them a chance. So let me see if I could find it. I found it here. Okay. So, our first question is from Caitlin Cohen, and this is on Instagram. And she said, okay, here's a really deep personal question. What's your favorite color? Thank you for the deep question. Yeah, it's going to take me a little bit of time to figure that out. My favorite color is purple, which is, I don't know, if you get into the discussion of manliness, it's not like the manliest color, but I don't really believe in that. I like purple. I think purple's a cool color. If you think that is not a kind of guy thing to do, I don't know. Sorry, I guess. Second question, I have a question suggestion from your pal Brody G, and he said, what are your 3 favorite sandwiches? Interesting question. I wasn't really expecting that, but French dip. If you haven't had French dip, it's like roast beef in a long sandwich, and then you dip it into au jus, and ooh, that is by far my favorite. And then I gotta go with the classic cheese. I mean, is cheese crisp technically a sandwich? Maybe like a grilled cheese sandwich. That's what I'm thinking of. And then just like a turkey sandwich, I would say, like turkey, mayonnaise, maybe lettuce. I don't know. And then your pal Brody G also asked a second question. He said, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? Okay, I like the question. So, I would have to say Japan. And the reason why, this is actually kind of funny. I remember when I was little, I watched PewDiePie a lot. I mean, I still watch him a little bit, but I watched PewDiePie a ton. And I remember when he got engaged to his now wife, I believe, Marcia, he went to Japan, and that's where he proposed. And I watched all of his, I guess, like, podcasts, I guess well, not really podcasts. He basically just recorded himself going around Japan, like showing off the Japanese culture, showing off like not really the weird things because I feel like that's kind of rude to say, but more of like the just the Japanese culture. And I think also watching anime, like I love watching anime. I honestly think I'm learning a little bit of Japanese while watching anime, which is kind of funny. But I want to go to Japan. And it looks like the coolest place in the world, honestly. So if I could live there, that would be my dream. Like, that'd be so cool. So I would say where I want to live is Japan, and why is because of PewDiePie. Just seeing like a lot of the scenery in anime, and I just love Japan. Like I've always loved it. I've always loved the cherry blossom trees, and I just think that I don't know. I don't want to say the people there are cool, but they are kind of cool. And it's just cool. It's so random. Like there's so many random things. But anyway, I would like to live in Japan. So thank you, Caitlin, and thank you, Brody, for your questions. So I'm not going to say some of these names because some people either didn't want their names to be known, or they just didn't express like if they wanted their names to be known. So I'm not going to give them a shout out. But a good friend of mine, Casey, who was in my previous videos, he asked me a few questions. He obviously knows these, but he just was like, maybe the channel wants to know these. So he said, do you have ideas on different setup plans for later? So like, do I have a different kind of setup plan? Which is a good question. Yes, I do. So as I've expressed, I will be moving soon. So in the next couple of weeks, I would assume I'll be moving. And with that happening, I won't be uploading as much. Obviously, I'm not uploading as much now, but just further, I won't be doing as much. But also, I'm going to be living in a dorm, like I said, basically a dorm. So I'm going to be sharing a room with someone, and I'm mainly only going to be recording if and when they're not there. Like, I don't want to bother them, obviously, over the school year. So obviously, like, weekends, like, if they're gone for, like, practice or something in the afternoon, maybe, like, I could come home and do, like, a video. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. Thank you for your question. That's actually something I wanted to touch upon that I totally forgot about. So thank you for that. He also asked a few more questions. He said his somebody. Well, this is someone else, but from Carson Perkins. He asked, "Why do you?" This isn't really related to the channel, but I guess I'll read it anyway. He said, "Why do farts smell so bad?" Actually, know the answer to this. So, if you are a good person and you treat everyone with respect and you kind of just love everyone, there's a chemical that comes out of your brain and it builds up in your brain, and with that buildup, there's like excess that kind of leaks into your body, and it goes around your bloodstream, and it creates kind of like bottles of air, and these bottles of air from your bloodstream travel into your stomach, and they go down your tubes and everything, your intestines, not your tubes. That's kind of gross. And when you fart, you're releasing that chemical that you have because you're happy and you're a good person. So if your farts don't stink, be a better person. And if your farts stink a ton, just keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for the question. Alright. Another one. What type of videos do you like making the most? I like this question. I think it's made obvious. Like, I'm not trying to be mean. I think it's made obvious on my channel. I like talking about stuff. Kind of voicing my opinion. Because I feel like this is kind of how I feel. With gaming, you have a lot of YouTubers out there that cut a lot of what they do. And for me, watching, maybe I'm just weird, but I look at it and I'm like, I want to know what happened. Like, did you mess up? Was there something weird happened that you didn't want to show the camera? And I don't like, the reason why I don't like cutting on my channel, and obviously it's different for like a big video, like for the Dead by Daylight video, for example, that video was, I think, around like an hour and 20 minutes, and I can't upload that whole thing because there's a lot of times where there's either silence or just like me and Casey like calling out to each other about what's happening. So it's not really like important things happening. So I try and cut those out. I try and cut out the moments where either there's silence and there's not really any like good content, or it's just us like calling back and forth and nothing funny's happening. But I don't know, I just feel like a lot of times, and even with my videos especially, like, I feel like sometimes it feels staged, and it feels like even though, like, I care about showing, like honestly what the video is, I can't really, because nobody wants to sit there for 2 minutes, like, when I'm on my phone trying to do something in case he's gone, like, in the bathroom or something. Like, no one wants to hear that. So I try and push as much in as I can, but I don't like that. So the types of videos I like to make are honest videos. I like talking about things. I like gaming a lot, but I don't like recording it because I don't want to fall into the mainstream, I guess. And also just, I don't know, like some games I like to keep to myself. I like having these as my YouTube videos and having gaming as a side thing to do. And I mainly say that because if I game on the channel, like for instance Edith Finch, I haven't been able to play that because even though I could play it in my downtime, setting up all the recording software and everything, I don't have time for that. And that bothers me because I really like that game. And we're at that part where we're in the bunker now. If you haven't seen that, by the way, check it out. It's in my playlist. You can go there and watch both the videos. There's two. But we're in the bunker right now, and we just left, and we're like on that path leading, and I want to play it really bad, but I can't because I can't record it right now. So that's kind of annoying. So I kind of just like talking about life. That's what I've been doing lately because it's easy. I don't have to cut, which is nice. I can just kind of talk and be honest, and yeah, that's kind of what I like to do. So there were like a couple questions that were like this, but a lot of things were like, what's your name? Where do you live? It was just like basically stuff like that. So just to kind of push all those questions together, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself, like my normal info. So my name's Anthony Moretti. I live in Arizona, in the United States of America. My favorite food is French dip, like I said before. I'm 17 years old, and I go to. I'm not even sure if I should. I mean, I'll just say I don't like. I go to Brophy College Preparatory, which is a Jesuit school. And yeah. My hobbies. I like to play the guitar, ukulele, piano. I like playing Xbox. I have my Xbox over here actually. I just got my Switch, my Nintendo Switch, so that's cool. I've been playing a lot of Zelda. And yeah. So thank you for that, all the people who said that. And then another question that I got was, this was also from Casey, because he was curious. He said, "What started your channel?" So long story. I remember I was playing. This is actually kind of funny. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of funny too. I was on Xbox with Casey, and I play with him a lot. So you could probably figure out by now. I mainly play with him and his brother. Those are like my main. That's like my posse, I guess. Like him and his brother are my best friends. I don't like out of all my friends, they're by far the closest people I'm with, or the closest people I am with, like in terms of relationship wise. Obviously, besides family and everything like that. But I was talking with Casey, and we were playing Minecraft. Funny enough, and we started talking about like, no, I think we were playing Rocket League. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We were talking about life, and we were just talking about how kind of like my first video, how like shapes are weird, or like words, and like what does a word mean, and how like chair, you don't think about the word, you think about the item, like stuff like that. I've already talked about that. If you want to hear more about that, go to the first video that I made. But after we talked about that, he went to bed, and it was like, I don't know, 4 o'clock in the morning or something. And I remember I was just sitting there, and I was like, I really want to voice my opinion on this. Like, there's so much I want to say, and I don't want to lose it. So I got on YouTube. I made a channel just like at 4 o'clock in the morning, or however late it was, and made the video and posted it. And I did it mainly because I want to document like how my brain is. So when I get older and I look back, maybe if like I become more of a successful YouTuber, I can look back and be like, my brain was weird. Like, I don't know, but I don't really know what to say started the YouTube channel. It was just like a spur of random events that kind of happened. But then it was also like, with everything stressful that's happened in my life recently, again, I'm not going to talk about it because it's personal, and I don't want to get people involved because I don't know if they really care about me talking about this, but just with a lot of things that went on, like in that moment in time, I had a lot of things on my mind. And I try not to speak to a lot, like, I don't like speaking one-on-one to people sometimes. It just makes you feel, like, uncomfortable. And I like doing this more because I wouldn't say, I mean, I'm definitely not antisocial by any means. But, like, I feel more comfortable when I'm not talking straight to someone. Also, I apologize for my hair. It just is annoying me, and I'm trying to make it better. So I like talking to the camera more. I feel like I can be more open. Because I feel like when I'm with people, I feel like everyone changes their personality when they're with other people, and I do that. But in front of the camera, I feel different. I feel like I could be honest, and I feel like I could just kind of voice my opinion. And I think that's important for this channel, is like my honesty. So I think that's why. I think the reason why this channel started is because I wanted to be honest and be able to speak my opinion and be able to just kind of let go of all the stress that I have. It's kind of my de-stress, and that's nice. I have another one. I think this is the last one. How did you come up with your name? How did I come up with my name? Hearken Theory. Oh, okay. So while I was sitting there trying to create a name, I was texting Casey. Sorry again, Casey. I was texting him, and we were talking about like, I was like, I'm gonna be doing podcasts. I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking, and hearken means listen, if I'm not mistaken. It means listen, and theory is just a theory, like an idea. So in my mind, I was like, if you're listening to my channel, you're listening to ideas, and listening to ideas is like Hearken Theory. So I try to make it like my name represents what I do. So I guess I was just trying to find a catchy name, something that sounded cool, and also something that isn't like overused. Because there's a lot of things that are just like, everyone has them, like Awesome Warrior 101. I feel like that's something that you just look up and you're like, oh, this is a stereotypical name. And I try to kind of step out of that bubble that everyone kind of stays in. I'm trying to make my channel, like, I feel like the reason why it's not, and I don't care about this, but the reason why it's not super popular is because this isn't like mainstream YouTube right here. Like what the content that I'm making, if you've made it this far, like, I feel like YouTube, I feel like the most common thing is if it's not Minecraft, if it's not Fortnite, or if it's not like some sort of popular YouTuber that a lot of people watch, kind of like PewDiePie or Jacksepticeye or like Markiplier, people like that. Those are just people that I watch. They click on my video and they see how crappy the camera is, and they see that it's just this weird like 13-year-old who's talking to the camera about stupid stuff, and then they immediately close out and go to a different video, and I'm fine with that. But like my average view time on a video is like 2 minutes, and that's kind of sad. Like I wish that I could like interest people more, but I'm gonna do what I like, because that way I can enjoy what I do, and I feel like that's really important. So yeah, I guess I just want to make sure that the content I'm making is something I want to do and something that I enjoy and something that I'm not faking, you know? Like, I'm not going to record Fortnite because I just don't like it. I'm not going to record Minecraft because I'm not good at Minecraft, to be honest with you. I'm not good at building and creative. Like, I'm not, it would be boring unless I put on this fake facade of me like grinding on a Fortnite for 4 hours just to record one video that's like 10 minutes and like 4 seconds of me like just cool montages. Like, I don't want to do that. That's just not something I want to do. And I think that the fact that I bring to the table what I enjoy, which is not saying Fortnite YouTubers don't do what they enjoy. I'm not trying to say that. But the fact that I do what I enjoy, I think that in some aspects it's more enjoyable to watch. And I just like being honest. I just like being an honest person. And that's like my biggest thing. So, yeah, with that being said, that's the last question. I don't know if I'm going to do another Q&A. Honestly, not a lot of people like this one, or not a lot of people were interested in this one, or on Instagram. They weren't interested in giving me questions. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I mean, if I grow a little bit bigger, and people like don't, and like this kind of goes to the bottom, the like sinkhole of my channel, and nobody sees this, I'll make another one. And before I go, there were a couple things I wanted to touch on. So I made a video recently called Whiskey Man. That was the song that I wrote. I'm working with some of my friends, and we're gonna try and make that a full-fledged song. So one of my friends has recording software that he's gonna, or not recording software, musical software, and we're gonna try and implement it into a real song, and possibly get it on iTunes, possibly get it on Spotify, maybe on SoundCloud. I don't know. We're just gonna see. But I'm really excited. So I'm not gonna give updates on the channel, but once it comes out, I'll post it. So that's something to look forward to. And this is the last thing before I go. My last 2 videos, I cursed more. And I want to apologize. I didn't realize how much I cursed, and I kind of just uploaded it, but I just want to kind of clarify. The reason why I cursed so much is because that's something I really care about. And when I get flustered, or like there's a lot of emotion with me, I curse. And I'm not doing it to be disrespectful. I do it mainly because I care a lot. And sometimes I can't really find the words to express how I feel. And like a curse word, you know, how it's just kind of like it hits you right in the face. That's kind of what I was going for. But it did offend some people. I got like, some people told me that know me or something like that. So I just want to apologize. I'll try and refrain from cursing. A couple curse words may slip here and there, and I don't edit my videos, so I don't cut that out. So I apologize if that happens. But I did realize, looking back and kind of listening to some of it, like it was a little more vulgar than I expected. So I apologize for that. I will try and fix that in the future. But overall, you know, I'm gonna make mistakes like that, and we'll see. Like, I'm happy that people keep me posted. So, with that being said, I don't really think I have anything else to say. Thank you for everyone who gave me questions. I appreciate that. And I will be sure to, if I get enough questions from people in comments or anything like that, and there are too many for me to answer just like on the comment, then I'll make a video on it. But usually I'll just, like, if you have a question about me, I'll just answer it in the comments. I'm not getting too many comments anyway. I get like 1 a video at most, so. Anyway, with that being said, thank you for watching this video. I will be trying to pump out as many videos as I can, like always. If you like the video, give it a like. Subscribe, obviously. That obviously helps me to grow, and it gives me drive to do it. So I appreciate if you subscribe. And thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.